Bienvenido, welcome, I'm Oni Boi, your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. You know, I love starting every single day, doing my dailies. I wake up early, work a little bit, make some breakfast. Actually, today, I didn't really do breakfast today. I had breakfast today. I didn't really make breakfast today. I usually do, but it's okay. Either way, I got to hang out a little bit with my family before jumping on to this, which I love this. I get to hang out with you guys where we do some doodles. Like sometimes if I'm not doing doodles, I'll do like some dev work. I'll talk about my game and stuff like that. Which actually it's funny because this doodle is Mr. Ghost, but as a character from my game as an Ori. Oris are like these spiritual creatures from my game. My game is heavily inspired by Caribbean mythology, where you go island to island, helping people and creatures, and the creatures help you out too. But yeah, let's see who is in here today. Hello, Starry Flopix, Z-Bot, and Mushi. Welcome and glad to have you guys. Oh yes, you already did it. Okay, let me see. But yes, and if you didn't know, I did see that Starry started very strong with the 3 emojis. I love it. So I want, for anyone who doesn't know, people who watch this later, you don't have to do this live. If you see this later, you're allowed to do it in the comments. So I want to see 1, 2, 3 emojis, okay? 3 emojis describing how your day has been. Maybe something you're just really excited about. It could be about yes, or doesn't really matter. Like, as long, I just want to try to guess. If I get it right, if I get it wrong, it doesn't really matter. You can just laugh at it. You're like, no, not even close, Oni. That is not it. I'm like, okay, you don't have to tell me if I was close though. But let's see. Starry, you were sleeping and having soup. Oh, sounds like a recovery day. And Z-Bot also sleeping and you're tired. I like catch up. Let's see what you guys had to say. Man, we got this whole squad pulled up. I know. It is always nice to jump in and there's already a few people in. That's such a sweet way to start watching the stream. I love this. Thank you guys so much. See, like for me, it's such a highlight. Like it is. It really is. It's funny when I first started streaming because I was only gonna do like me working like on my game. But it kind of changed just because I noticed I started getting like, very chatty with people, and people like, oh, you should do like doodles and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what, maybe we could do that, just because like I wasn't really working as much while I was talking to people. Hey, Mr. Ghost, welcome in. Watching 2 odd streams right now. Ooh, very nice. And Flopix with the beds. Just got out of bed. Oh, nice, Z-Bot. Yeah, okay, so we are going to jump and continue working on Mr. Ghost as an Ori. That's what we love about your delivery. Oh, thank you so much, Starry. Yeah, I think it is like a highlight. It really is for me. I think it's so fun to just hang out and like doodle and talk about games or talk about whatever, really, you know what I mean? We talk about like whatever comes to mind. Usually it is gaming stuff. But that's just like a highlight for me. Actually thinking about Mr. Ghost, since this is based off of, you know, your character, what type would it be? You know, because I don't know if I remember the types in my game, my Oris, right? Because I only have 5 types. I'll do like just so you could think about it. You know what I mean? I'll put it in this layer. This is the layer I'll put it in. Here. So we got, I guess we got the metal. We have the metal type. We have, here, actually no, I'll do like this, just so it's easier to understand. We have the fire type. We have the water. We have wind. And last but not least, we have earth. I thought it'd just be easy way. Oof, that's hard one to pick, right? So like what, because I've mentioned before, Oris are not limited by how they look of like what the types are. That's not how they work. Just because the types, they're based more on their emotions or their, I'm gonna say like, okay, for example, use one. Earth, they are very loyal, but they can be very rigid. Let's go first weather, then metal. So metal for you? You thinking metal? So for metal, if you're what metal is, metal, that one is they are disciplined and judgmental. You know, that's how they work, Mr. Ghost. He's very disciplined, and he's a little judgmental though. So like they tend to the thing in the in game, like mechanically, metal types will have a hard time getting along with other Oris. You know what I mean? That's like one of the things that it's hard for them to get along with other Oris, just because they're very disciplined. So they'll probably learn a lot of moves. Like they'll have like a lot of like different types of moves, like a wide variety of buffs and whatnot that they can learn. Or look like a prankster. Well, I mean, it really depends. I mean, yeah, because obviously I based him off of Mr. Ghost's character, who's like an angel. You know, he's like a skeleton angel. And he has like a shadow character, which is not there in this version, but in the other version, he has like a little shadow guy. And the baby version is based off of the shadow. You know, so that I do feel like, you know, if you're going with that, like obviously, and they do change. They don't stay the same. All my Oris, when they go from baby version to adult version, they always change element. So for example, Jamito, no, not Jamito. Let's do Ritmon. Ritmon is an easy one. I'll pull him out. One moment. Let me find an image of Ritmon. Ritmon's like the little shrimp. So Ritmon, the little shrimp, he actually starts as a where is he? One moment. I'm like looking for him, just so I can show you guys. And where did I put it? Oh, you know what it is? I have it on this section. I was like, I know I have him somewhere. Okay, Ritmon. There we go. This is Ritmon. This is a little shrimp, but he starts as an earth type, right? So earth types, like I said, they are loyal and they're a little rigid though. You know, they're a little rigid. They're not very adaptive. And then when he will become, where is he? He becomes Klakiko, which is a wind type. You know, and I don't know if I mentioned before. Wind types are very free, but they're a little chaotic. So he goes from being very loyal to his friends and whatnot, but a little rigid, and then he transforms into a very free like character, but he's a little too spontaneous and chaotic. You know? Do they evolve through levels, or do they need something else? No, something else, sorry. There's no levels in my game, actually. My game doesn't actually have a level system, believe it or not. So the way it works, I mentioned it before, but you probably weren't here when I mentioned it. So in my game, they will be like this thing. It'll look kind of like this, like a little square grid. I don't know if you can see it. It'll look like this. And then abilities will occupy each square. So it's like maybe like +1 attack, right? Plus like another +1 attack. Maybe this one is +1 the defense, you know, so stuff like this. And then there's other ones, like more advanced abilities will be 2 squares. And then there's other ones that are even up to 4 squares. You know, I'll do that again. Right, I'll change it. You know, so like let's say this one is a larger ability, right? So this one, instead of being a +1, this one would be like a +3, right? So the big one was a +3. This square one, right? Hold up, I'm like trying to like do. There we go. Block blast. I guess kind of in a weird way. They're more like the way I have them is like they're like badges. Like they're like imagine like badges in Pokemon, kind of in a weird way. I imagine they're more like talismans, like realistically. They're like carved talismans. So like each one, there'll be like a shape. It'll be like a little shape of a thing. I don't know, for example, maybe like this one looks like a fish or something. You know, so it's like 2 fish or like swimming. like a yin yang fish thing or something. But like for example, I said like this one, how did I do? I think it was like +8. No, yeah, I think this one is like a +8 because each of these are like, if I remember, like the single scores are about 1, the 2 are like 1.5, and then the 4 is 2 each. That's a unique thing. Yeah, I think. Thank you. So it really does, and it changes the way you want to think about how you invest. I guess like because the things you do affect what they learn. You know. So let's say you go on a lot of, you do a lot of battles, right? You're doing a lot of battles. Then you're most likely gonna get like a lot of attack, like plus up attack stuff. But if you do a lot of like unique adventures, or you know what I mean, like unique missions, you'll get abilities too. So like some are just stat boosts, you know, like a +1 to attack. Where this one could actually be a move. It could be like a shell. You know, so you do like a bullet shell. I don't know. If you're like a metal type, you shoot like a piece of metal. You know, that's like your move. Or like, oh, this is a shield. You know, this is like a shield move. It's like a small shield move. So each one is a different thing. It's not like you could use it all for stats if you really wanted to, but then you would only have basic attacks. Yeah, it can be for either or. And then the more advanced the ability, the larger they are. So for example, like something like this is considered like a legendary ability. So this would be more like maybe like water absorb. That would be a good example if you're using like Pokemon terms. This right here would be a water absorb. You know, water absorb. So this is like a water absorb. But then I would have it where like you would able to like immune to water attacks, but you take like ×2 to fire. I would probably do something like that if you had that ability. I wouldn't do it where it's like, oh, you're just immune. No, it's you're immune to one thing, but then you're weaker against another thing. So then it really does, like, it's a team. You know, you're not by yourself. I can just do this. Actually, I was like thinking about I'm gonna get rid of all of this anyways. But that's like how it's gonna work in game. It'd be a little different, I feel. Well, you're not the one teaching them though. You know what I mean, Star? You don't actually teach your Oris. It's more like you do things and then they do it themselves. You know, because you don't go like, oh, you need to learn this ability. It doesn't work like that in my game. It's like they do it by themselves. It's just more you do certain things. Like, I don't know, maybe you run around a lot, you explore a lot, then your Ori will more likely want to learn speed abilities, or maybe regen, stuff like that. They will do it themselves. Flopix, wonder if you'll add something that can cover entire grid, something very broken. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just because like I thought of it as like, you know, there's a single square, there's a double square, and then the triple, you know, the 4. But just because like this would be like a legendary ability, and then this is more of like a heroic. So this is like a normal, and then this one is just like, I guess advanced, and then this is more like, I guess like heroic, or legendary. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, they do it. They pick it themselves. You don't actually pick it. You know what I mean? No, look, in the game, you're an Ishi. You actually battle yourself. You know, in the game, you actually battle. You have your weapon, you have your board, and you have magic. You have honey magic. So the way it works, the way it's gonna work, like let's say they have like a pool of like here. These are all like abilities that they are able to learn, right? So these are the abilities they're able to learn. And then as you do things, they'll go like, so they'll select it themselves. You know, it'll kind of like look at it and like, oh, okay, this, I like this. You know, they're like, okay, I like the blue ones. I like the red one. Like the red ones are okay. And then the yellow ones, it's kind of like this. Imagine like there's like imaginary numbers for these things. And then your Ori is more prone to blue ones. So it'll be like, oh, okay. So when you play, your Ori will be like, okay, so it'll like maybe like roll a dice. Like imagine it rolls like a 6-sided dice, right? So blues are like 1 through 4, yellows are like 5, and then red is 6, right? So it rolls the dice, it lands on a 3, then it picks from the blues. That's kind of how it works, behind the hood. So like whatever Ori you have will more likely learn particular types of move. Like a move category, think of it that way. So they adapt through battles with us. Yeah, 100% they're gonna adapt with it. So like the more you do certain things, it'll do like these invisible numbers. Like if you battle a lot, like let's say if you battle a lot against like a tanky enemy, you really like fighting a particular enemy who's very like bulky, then you're more likely to learn maybe armor piercing moves or moves that do like maybe like burn damage or something like that. You know what I mean? Things that would be able to go through the defense. But if you go against like very fast guys, maybe you learn more like AoE moves. That's kind of like the way I'm thinking of designing it. Fighting alongside. Yeah, you do. You fight alongside them. Yeah, you're because you remember you're an adventurer. They join you on your adventure. You're the main character. Yeah, they would adapt through the battles. What the goal of the game is there a storyline? Yeah, there is. There's a story. So it is like semi-randomized. It's gonna be randomized. So in the game, there's gonna be about the way I imagine it is like there's gonna be like about 20 major story missions, right? There's gonna be like a bunch of side missions, but there's about like 20 major story ones. And then every time you play, like you make a new save, it randomizes 5 from the 20. So you like maybe Starry, you play the game, you get mission 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Flopix, you play, you get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Mr.Ghost plays, he gets 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. You know what I mean? Like, so every person who plays could actually have a completely different story. And it could even be in a different order. It doesn't have to go 1 through 5. It could go through, it could be like 1, 8, 2. It could go like whatever order. Hey, Atlas, you came in and you're out. It's all good. Have a wonderful day, Atlas. But yeah, and there are bosses. I don't know if I guess you haven't really seen them, have you? I can show you one of the bosses if you want. Let me see. I know, like right now I'm kind of like doing like a semi show and tell today. Oh, it's a random story, unique story for each. Yeah, it would be randomized. Just join stream. What is it about? Well, actually, I'm doing a doodle. So I'm using, if you're curious, breakfast. So what I'm doing right now, I'm actually making a OC from okay, so Mr. Ghost. I don't know if he's still in chat. So Mr. Ghost asked me to make his character, his avatar, as one of the characters from my video game. So I like reimagined him, but in my world, because I'm making a video game. Oh, so wait, man, the coding for that would be tedious. A little, I guess, a little bit. It's a lot of randomizations of pools. So I'm making a lot of like categories and pools, and then it randomizes and fixes them. It's not as complicated as it sounds. It sounds way more complicated, I feel, than it is. So wait, I'm gonna show you one of the bosses, just because you asked. And Ori's, no. I'm looking for a boss that I can show you. Right, I'm like, it's like a rough, obviously. Bondless, enemies, PNG, this one. A lot of people like this one. So this is one of the bosses, like a reoccurring boss. Right? So this is based on the Sukuyonte. Ah, thank you so much, Breakfast. Yeah, so Norman, the order of the mission, they are all connected. No, yeah, it's always gonna be randomized. And like the fun thing is, Starry, in the game, because there's so many randomized elements, just like for example, maybe you play a mission, right, Starry? You play one mission where you have to save a village from these, what's it called? There's like maybe, I don't know, maybe like a infestation of shell out, right? We're like these little shells. So they're all over the place, and you have to, like, that's one of your missions. But then like the end boss, the reason why like maybe they all moved is because their location was invaded by a boss. The bosses are also randomized. So maybe you play it, you do the mission, right? Story, you do the mission of the shell out, save the village from the shell out. And then like the end of the missions, you get to battle a boss. You have to battle this boss, right? But then breakfast, you battle, you do the same mission, which like, okay, I got the shell out mission, but then you go to the boss and the thing that invaded their space wasn't this boss, it was a different boss. So that's, I think there'll be a different element to it also. So the same stories will have different characters interacting with them. So you're like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, the shell out mission, it was this girl, you know, the Tsukuyon thing. And you're like, oh no, it's not the you're like, you tell breakfast, it's like, oh, it was the Tsukuyon I battled. You do this, and they do the battle. And then it's like, oh wait, I did not battle Tsukuyon, I battled some other thing. I battled this like big golden cricket thing or whatever. You know what I mean? How do you do flames, man? Oh, you talking about these? Oh no, this is like a doodle. But like, it's okay. I like what you're seeing how I did this. The way I did this, I actually did the red first, and then I did the orange. You know? No, wait, no, I did this one opposite. Wait, what did I do? Wait, I'm like looking at it. No, I did the orange first, then the light yellow, then the yellow, then I did the red on top. That's what I did. But yeah, this is a Tsukuyonte. This is based off of a story. It's kind of like a vampire witch that's on fire. It's in the Caribbean. It's like these are all based on Caribbean mythology. But no, let's go back. I know, like I did like a huge side tangent, but it's all good. I'm horrible at drawing flames and explode. It's just practice. It's a lot of practice. But this is what we're doing today. These are just like some of the ones from my actual game. We got like these guys. See? We got Fin Spin and Klakiko. This one's a metal type, and then this one is the wind type. This one's very diligent. It's dedicated to what's it called? To practicing its craft and like spinning this top. It's like a giant top. It spins. What happened? You want to? Can I use this? Which one? You want to use my guy's reference? Sure, you could use his reference. Not a big deal. That's not a big deal. You don't even have to credit me. That's fine. You want to use it as reference? I just like how I imagined it, you know. Like you could also see this guy, my guy who does Ghost Head. Ghost Head, he does all the art. I don't know if you've seen it. He's also a flame I drew. You know, it took me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a little bit to draw him, more than I would like to admit. You know, but it took me a little bit. It took me a little bit to get him. I think how many frames is he? He's like 13 frames, and I made him in a reverse. The sprite was so sick. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. But no, let's continue jumping because I made. So if you're curious what this is, it's like a fish that it's supposed to fake itself to look like a skeleton. I know, like literally took like 20 minutes. We haven't even done anything. Well, more than 20 minutes, 26 minutes, and I haven't even touched drawing. It was just like yapping. So Mr. Ghost, I know he said that he wants it to be a metal. Wait, which one's the metal type? The last one? He didn't specify. Have you thought of making these fake them on, have expressions if you're interacting with them? No, I know. I mean, yeah. You saying the little these guys? I mean, I know they do kind of look like fake them. I know what you mean. They do look like Pokemon. My characters are a little different, like design-wise, than Pokemon. I would say mine are a little more chibi-esque, you know? No, I like these. I enjoy it. You know, that's kind of like the point of why I do this, is so I can talk about my game and get people excited for it. Like, I want to do that. And like, this is also related to my game in a way. It's like, it's Mr. Ghost, but as a character in my game. You know, if his avatar was an Ori, this is kind of the gist. It would be like a little fish dude. Yeah, it would be boring without many commentary. Oh, I know. I mean, not to be mean to like the art streams. I do watch a lot of art streams. They don't talk that much. Hey, Warmorka! Finally have some time to join your stream. I know. I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit. By the way, sick thumbnail. Oh, thank you. You like the new update, right? Yeah, I updated it. Yeah, because I was looking at it, I was like, man, I have not updated this in a while. Let's see. There we go. So we're going to continue working on Mr. Ghost as an Ori. No, that's too thick. I think we're doing, it was like about, 15. Like, obviously, this is still the first layer. I'll do another layer after. By the way, any tips on coloring theory? I'm kind of colorblind, but not a lot. Like, mine are also high. Hey, yeah. I would say, for me personally, I like 3 to 5 colors. You know, I usually do like one major color. Like, if you look, I'll just point it out a little bit, right? So I have like blue. Blue is my main one on this guy, right? So I got, oh, that's it. So I got blue, and then my secondary color is like this grayish. You know, I guess that's kind of it. And then I have this as like a kind of like a highlight color. You know what I mean? There's like a little highlight color. And then I have this as like just another highlight. So this one ends up having 4 colors. I guess technically 5 because of this. But like I do feel like they're almost like 2 separate characters. I don't really know colorism, color theory, so I can't help. Oh yeah. Like I said, it is fun. I did color theory in college. It's so fun. But there is like a bunch of different tips you could do. Like this one is not complementary. Complementary like blue and orange. But this is like I have like a lot of cool colors, and then I added in the yellow as kind of like a little warm. Just like it is mainly cool. I have like these 2 that are like the cool side, and then a little hint. You kind of want that, and at least for me, I like what is like a split complementary. I think that's what it's called. So like you have the yellow. I'm kind of like low-key, I'm doing like a class, like a mini class. But no, so you got the yellow, and then it splits into these 2 colors. You get it? So like, oh, that's humongous. So it kind of like, this is like the true, it'd be like a purplish, right? But I kept it like where it's kind of close to the actual opposite. So there's like a kind of a trick. I imagine like if you want to look at like a color wheel, you could look at it and be like, okay, so yellow, the opposite of yellow is purple. Or violet, if you want to be very specific, because purple was made up by Crayola, which I remember I had a teacher who really did not like that. She was like, it's not purple, it's violet. People only call it purple because of Crayola. Crayola made it up. I was like, that's so funny. But yeah, no, like I said, like, so there's different ways. I did do a video years ago. Like the first time I actually started trying to do videos, I did do like some videos talking about it. They were like very much like learning, like tutorial style videos. But that was like before I knew what I was gonna do on YouTube. You know why I wanted to open a glass bottle, and I heard you need to tap the bottle to open it easily, and it worked. Yeah, no, I mean it does. Sometimes use reddish pink or some shades of brown for dark areas of skin, depending on the character. Okay, yeah, those are good colors. I would say though, for darker skin, right? Darker skin, I recommend oranges. Oranges work really well. You know, like you go, like I'll just like a quick example. So you do like a darker skin, right? It makes it really nice and warm. A lot of people don't realize that. Skin is warm. You know, if you're doing like darker tones, you go for those orangey. You know, orange makes it look really nice. But you know, a lot of people don't realize that we're just all orange. We're all like different shades of orange. We're like reddish orange, yellow orange. Like me, I'm a little more of a reddish orange, I guess. You know, where my fiance, she's more of a yellowish orange, if we really think about it. We're just like different tones of orange. With that much knowledge, you got to learn hex color codes. Just so funny. No, I'm not gonna learn. Not gonna learn that. That's too much. It's already enough that I'm like kind of saying like random stuff. It's very easy to go in side tangents for me. Well, like they're not like, I guess they are. They really are like hardcore side tangents here. Before using traditional, I tested out colors digitally so I don't mess with the colors up. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I do like tradition. Traditional is very different. Well, actually I haven't in a quick minute. I usually draw a little bit traditionally almost every day, but lately I haven't, if I'm being honest. A lot of times, because like my daughter's on vacation now. She's in her summer break. But during school, a lot of times I'll draw like a doodle and I'll put it in her lunch. So I usually have an excuse to do, you know, like to draw every day. If I don't do it by myself, it's like, well, at least I drew a little doodle for my daughter. But I guess now that she's in the summer, I need an excuse to actually do some doodles. Because I do like the feel of traditional. I obviously, you know, this is great, you know, doing non-traditional stuff. But I do like tradition too. I haven't done traditional in 3 months. That's a while. That is a bit, like it feels like a bit. No, like for me, I do it almost all the time. I'm not gonna say like every day. Right now, no. But normally do. I normally do. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I was looking at it. I do need this to be. Yeah, because I didn't account for this. I'm thinking we'll do like this, right? That's why this is still this is not like the finished version. Something like that. I think that's not terrible looking. I don't know. I'm like looking at it. Wait. Maybe like this? I think this could be okay. Because I do want it like it's his feet. Or their fins. He's holding himself up. Wait. I draw at least 2 times a day just to keep practice, even as minor. Yeah, agreed. I draw all like literally every day. Every day. If it's like not here, I still draw. I love drawing. Here, I feel like I talk more than I draw. I'm joking. Sometimes. Sometimes it does seem like I talk more than I draw here. Right? And about like this. No, that's very off. There we go. Now it feels like it's too off now that I look at it. It really, like, see, that's why we do this. We do this phase. I'm like looking at it. His feet fin wouldn't be so far out. Now that I look at it, right? Because his joint is around here. So it would be around there too. So then it would be like this. Yeah, see? That's why we gotta do this. I gotta like check. So it'd be like around here. Even then, I feel like it's too... There, let's do around here. There we go. Because if I'm gonna do it, I wanna make sure it works. Like design-wise, he has to actually have like where they come from. He's actually very adorable. He's very cute. I would totally like use this. Like obviously, this character would look really good in my game, but I'm not using it because it doesn't really go with what I'm looking for. Just because like every single character in my game is inspired by something in like the Caribbean. If it's not like a particular story exactly, it's like about the culture. Because it is like I am kind of teaching part of my culture through this in a way. You know? So like this, I do like this character, but it's not exactly, you know, like I wouldn't put him in just because he's just based off of Mr. Ghost. It's not based on anything cultural. Let's see. Story. I'm not as thorough. I noticed a major anatomy mistake after completing coloring and designing everything. I mean, you got a lot of Ori's concentrated. Yeah, no, I have tons floppets. I have, you would actually like, you know how many there's gonna be in my game? Like the finished version. Because drawn, I don't have that many. I probably have like 30, 40 drawn. Like sketches, mainly. But like written out concepts, I have 108. There's gonna be 108 in total in the game. So it's a bit, it's gonna be a lot. Let's see. So the top half, you're not gonna actually be able to see it. Yeah, it's gonna be 108 total Oris. You know, and it won't be, like I said, you won't actually be able to befriend all of them. Some of them are just like environmental Oris. Like there's one that is like kind of like a horse. That one, it's not like an enemy. You know, it's not like an enemy, but you can't befriend it. You know, it's one of those like it's a way of like transport in a weird way. So like one of the things in the game, like if you wanted like a fast transport, it's you kind of like latch on to this Ori and then it'll fly you across and like it kind of like bucks you off and you fly off. That's kind of like the concept behind it. It is based off of a Taino story, which I think it's interesting. Like I want people to, when they look at it, like, oh, I wonder what this is based off of, and I want people to explore it. Right, thank you. Yeah, like I want to focus more on a smaller group story, like because I already have a couple of them that are 3D models, and like none of them are really walking around yet. But I do want to have, you know. Hey, Grid Ninja and Salty Pretzel, welcome in. We're just continuing working on this doodle. There we go. Actually, are we done with this guy? He looks so cute, right? I'm like looking at him, right? I'm like looking at him, like he looks so cute. Yeah, I think he's looking good. And then obviously if we do like the rest of it's more like designs. You know, that will be like painted on. I'm actually not sure about the eyes. They could be eyes if we wanted to. I know Mr.Ghost, he said he wanted the eyes on the hands. Oh, you know what? I thought of a fun way of doing it. Well, no, but it doesn't work because his is just like they could just be holes. Do you think we should do holes, or that's kind of like it'll be too odd? You know, I'm not sure. Like, I wouldn't mind them being holes. He's like less a bulky standing Toxapex. A little bit. I do see that. I see that he's kind of like he could be like a Toxapex in a weird way. I do see this. I'm making a late breakfast. Ooh, well, how late? For me, it is. It's 11:42 a.m. Hey, whoa, welcome in. We're working on this, which I was contemplating if this is gonna be just a pattern or like a straight up like a hole or more of like a vestigial eye. Maybe it's like an exoskeleton pattern. Wait, what do you mean? Like an armor bit? Like something like it was like pops out? Is perfect. Gonna have fish and chips. Nice. That sounds good. I haven't had fish and chips in a while. Chips, like not that long ago. I'm not gonna lie, I had like chips the other day. But I know what you mean, like my French fries. But I haven't had fish in a while, if I'm being honest. When I think about it, I was like, I don't remember the last time I had fish. You know, it's not that I love fish. It's just cooking it. When you cook fish in your place, it just stays so long. Man face speechless. Well, yeah, that was like the concept behind it, is that it's supposed to see, like, this is what it looks like if it was naked, right? But then you get the color in, and you're like, oh, yeah, I see. It's pretending to be a skull face. I woke up late. My lunchtime. It's at 11 a.m. So right now. Oh, okay. You're gonna eat breakfast. Yeah, that's cool though. I like it. Well, let's see. Okay, let's do Yeah, I'm thinking now we could actually make this look nicer. Also, I have some pretty good new ideas for Fakemon. First is an ice steel type that's some sort of icy creature with a big cold metal ball stuck to their tongue. Oh, interesting. They use it as a flail. That is actually really interesting. So wait, you're saying, Salty, that the guy, or this creature, this Fakemon, will lick it and then it'll get stuck on their tongue and then they flail around like all cute? That actually is kind of cute. I like the idea. Oh, I'm sorry. That's such a bummer. That's such a bummer. Wall being sick is so lame. I mean, I do remember as a kid, right? I shouldn't have been watching this stuff, but one movie I loved watching as a kid, which is really funny to me now as an adult. I love Starship Troopers. Yes, Ghost was here. Ghost had to go though. I think he was gonna get ready for a stream, but he was here. Actually, this is way too thick. But I believe Ghost said Mr. Ghost was gonna get ready for a stream. Being sick is cool because I have to just spray. Oh, really? I don't know. I never cared for it. I always thought it was very annoying being sick. You know? Wait, I'm like looking at this. Hold up. Wait, no. I'm gonna fix something about this because I think I like this side a little more than this one because they look more like hands. You know what I mean? I kind of like the idea of more like they're more like little chunky hands. So I'm gonna go with that. Let's fix this a little bit. Another idea is a Pokemon that mimics a shiny Pokemon in some way to lure its trainer. Oh, that's cute. A little sad because then the trainer is like, oh, I'm gonna grab it. It's a shiny, and then it's not. It's a spray for anti-throat hurts and other stuff. You know, I get you. Hey, Elliot. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Elliot. It's a flu, but maybe it's a cold. Could be just like a really nasty cold. Those are pretty annoying. Nasty colds are pretty annoying. I rarely get sick though. We're the same at core. Squeaky grenade. Welcome in, Squeaky. I'm gonna do this, right? I think I'll be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna like fake. Because I do want them to be hands a little bit more. That's what I'm thinking. I want them a little bit more handish, a little chunkier in the thumb bit. You're gonna dip. Have a wonderful day, Wall. Good night, everyone. You have a wonderful night, Squeaky. No, agreed, 100%. I never like it. Welcome, sprained my ankle, got a perma sickness, and my dad got into the car. Oh, I'm so sorry, Starry. That's rough. Hope you and your dad feel better. Is just not feeling well is just so not fun. There we go. I feel like this is a little better. It's a little, well, no, actually no. Hold on, let's see. Make the fingers a little longer, I think, right? There we go. I think something like this, it will be a little better for me. Yeah, I think that works. That works a little better. With more ear-like. Ear hands, like Diggersby, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, no, it's all good, Greninja. Right, no, not Greninja, Squeaky Grenade. Yeah, no, it's all good. I'm pulling an all-nighter. Oh, well, good luck with that. I do those often. I'm not gonna lie, I do like waking up early, but sometimes I want to work. Like I want to work on my stuff, and I just will be up at night, like very late at night. Salty. Oh, so I can barely hear you at the full volume. It might be a noise pollution thing, though. Really? You can't hear me? I'm sorry. Hey, wait. I know I should be fine. I checked on my phone earlier, and it sounded okay. You know what I mean? Unless if everyone else is saying that I'm also low. Constantly oh, I'm sorry, Starry. Yeah, that sounds pretty awful. Not gonna lie, that does not sound fun. Not even a little bit. There we go. Like, are you able to hear the music though? Since you said like Salty, because there is music too in the background. turn the volume up. I can almost hear you. Lol. Really? Oh wait. Is the volume bad then, Flopix? Is it very low? Because it should be okay. I mean, like I said, if you guys tell me it's low, I can pump it up. I don't mind. I usually gauge it with like advertisements. You know what I mean? I try to keep it like a certain volume. But if you're telling me it's low, I don't mind. I can pump it up. And wait, let me check. One moment, guys. One moment. Yeah, the music is kind of loud. It's hard to hear you. Oh, it is. The music's loud. Okay. Hold up. Where is the music? Wait. But you know, it all works out at the end. My dad actually wasn't hurt at all. Actually, he didn't even realize he got. That's really funny. That happened to me, kind of. I lowered it a lot more now. It's like way lower than I normally put it. Let me see. Yeah, I lowered the music a little even more. But yeah, I think it should be okay now. But you said my volume. Let me look. Let me check, guys. One moment. Well, I don't know where my phone is. Bingo borrowed it, and Bingo, I think, left with her mom, maybe for a walk. So, I think they borrowed it, so it's okay. I don't mind. I was scared that my mom wouldn't scream at him for... Oh, yeah, I could imagine that story. Oof. No, no, no. Mom deals with the drivers? That's funny. Yeah, I was like, wait. I was like, where'd my phone go? I think they went out to get the mail or something. I wasn't paying attention when they left. But that's usually what I do in the beginning of my streams. I usually listen to my phone just to make sure all the volume is good. You know what I mean? Just because like, I've had it. I remember I was listening to a stream the other day, right? And the streamer was very low. They were talking very low. So I had the volume up. But then an ad popped up and I almost had like a heart attack, and I was like, geez. And I told them, I was like, your volume is way too low, because when an ad popped up, you almost blew my ear out. I returned with a yummy breakfast. Ooh, what'd you have? From what I have for breakfast, I usually have scrambled eggs. So I had scrambled eggs and tortilla. I had tortilla, which is nice. So wait, Starry, I was more of a truck fault though. Now then, we're in the stop, and the truck bashed into the front. Ooh. Spam, eggs, and coffee. Oh, okay. Breakfast back. Just got alcohol markers, which Dad ordered. Kind of excited to use tomorrow. Spam is really good, by the way. I haven't had spam in a while. In a while. I haven't had, like, spam is, like, not healthy. Being honest. You know it's not. It's super processed. But it is delicious. I do like spam. It is one of those, like, it's more of like a guilty pleasure. I think it's one of those, like, once in a while foods. You know what I mean? Just because it has a lot of preservatives and stuff like that. It is one of those once in a while foods that you have sometimes. Like, I don't know if you've seen that. They have like everyday foods, once in a while foods, and then like once a month foods. Like obviously, that's like how I break it down. Just like I wouldn't say I'm like super healthy, but I'm probably like healthier than most people, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? I did used to do a lot of exercise, and my fiance, she is very big into health. You know, so we do tend to eat very healthy food. And Bingo's the same. She doesn't actually like, she's not a big sweet person. Like, she's not into sweets too much. So that's kind of like a lucky thing for her. I was way more into sweets as a kid than her. Like she's the type of person that like will have a sweet. I'm like, oh, that's too sweet. Like we've gone to birthdays and she told me like, oh, I don't want the cake. It was too sweet for me. And I'm like, it's fine. I was like, just eat a little, like just try a little bit. Which, oh my god, why is this? I'm so like, these lines look so jagged. They're so bad. There we go. I was like, what is wrong? What is wrong? No. No. Sandwich and ham. I would start with only a sandwich. Wait, what? No, for my breakfast, I didn't have a sandwich for breakfast. I had a scrambled eggs. I respect your preferences though. No, like this. Like I had an omelet with a tortilla. Tortillas like I don't know. It's like I don't know what that's called. It's just like I don't know if you guys know what tortillas are. It's like flat. It's like a flour. It's like a round flour thing. It's kind of like bread, I guess. But no, it was like an what's it called? An omelet. That's mainly what I ate for breakfast. And there we go. No, I do. I'm also an eater. I also eat. Hey, Nora, welcome in. Doing this character. No, like I definitely eat. I definitely eat a good amount. I don't know, like calories wise, because like, I know I never was like into counting calories or anything, even when I did a lot of exercise. Oh, why? You said? Wait, who said? Wait, what happened? Vortex? I'm so lost. Who's sad? Like you just came in, you're like, who's sad? I was like, I don't think anyone's sad. I think it's looking good, right? I feel like this, he looks so fun. You know, he looks like he's just like this like little dude. I almost feel like I should make him a little more smiley. You sad voice cuz, wait, huh? My voice? My voice is sad? No, definitely not. Definitely not sad. I have no reason to be. My voice is just my voice. I mean, if it sounds sad to you, I mean, I guess, but definitely not. This like, maybe you caught me in like a, I don't know, like it just sounded sad to you. I was just saying that like I was talking about my food, where like I do eat a decent amount. More of a relax, I suppose. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really sound sad. There we go. Right? I feel like this one's good. And then let's lock this one in as well. Rather than sad, it's more relaxed. Yeah, I was gonna say I do feel very relaxed at peace with myself. And my fiance, she put on some Hertz music in the background. I could hear it a little farther away. I do have my bossa nova on, you know, which is a little. It's if you're curious of the Hertz, it's 1111 Hertz. I do enjoy Hertz music. I don't know if you guys heard. There's this guy. What is his name? I'm so bad at names. Like I'm not even joking. I'm so bad at names. Oh, it's like Heart Earth or something like. You know what I'm talking about? So there's like this guy who does all his music. He loves using Hertz in his music, and it's so fun. His music's so fun. Like he did like 777 for like, I don't know if you like the Hertz, like 777, and then his song was about being lucky, how feeling lucky, and I was like, that's such a fun idea, to using these numbers, these Hertz that are used for like relaxing or different things, and using an inspiration for your music. I'm like, that is so fun. Like at least to me, it's very fun. I think his name is like something Heart, or I don't remember. I would have to like look it up on my Spotify. Low cortisol, right? Ding, Vortex gets a Charizard. No, well, you could change it. You could change it, Starry. You could change your guy. I mean, just hit the jackpot song. No, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. War Morco. So it's like he did like 777, and the song's just like I'm feeling lucky, and he does like a fun like a little vibe thing to it, you know. Briggs, by the way, what's everyone's preference? Art style, realistic, cartoonish, stylized. For me, obviously cartooning. I love cartoons. When I was younger, I loved realistic. It's funny because I did a lot of realism as a college and stuff. But then I got more into cartoon. Like I always loved cartoons as a kid, but it was one of those things. Like as I got older, I realized like you know what? I like drawing cartoons more. I don't like doing realistic stuff. You know, I was like I don't really care for it. Yeah, I'll check the DMs in a moment. Let me finish this fin, and then I can check it. You know. There we go. Let's do that. I like it. But actually, I'm almost done. Actually, looking at it, I'll just finish this guy up, and then I'll look at the Discord. There we go. But a little gnat. That is one thing I don't like about Florida. I do love Florida. I moved here almost a year ago, right? Almost a year ago, I moved to Florida. But there's so many bugs. They're all over the place. I'm not even joking. There's so many. He's so good. I like it. Okay, now let me check the vortex. What's it? What'd you post? Wait, where? Yeah, I'm looking at, but I don't see anything vortex. I can change it. Wait, what are you changing? Yeah, you could change it. You could change it. I can't really name my art style. So custom made. Game Boy Jones made it. Who's Game Boy Jones? I'm so lost. That sounds, wait, that sounds kind of familiar. Game Boy Jones. But no, like for me, for sure stylized. I love stylized cartoonish art. You know? How do I change my sprite? Do I have to pay? No, you don't. You don't have to pay Starry. So the way you do it, if I remember, it's command. So you do like what's it called? Exclamation point. So exclamation point avatar, and then space the name of the Pokemon you want to change. I'm pretty sure I put all of the Pokemon. I think he made the just hit the jackpot song. Oh, okay. I don't think that's the guy I'm thinking about though. I don't think it's Game Boy Jones. I'm thinking somebody else. I want to be a guard chump. You could do it. I could also change it for you. There is a way for me to change it. Where are you? Wait, what are you right now? Oh, you're a Dom fan. So you're a Dom fan. I can go to you, and then I could change it to Guard Chomp. And refresh. Now there you are. I was able to change it. Because I know you guys could change it too. You guys have to do exclamation avatar and then space the name of the Pokemon. No, you couldn't earn a few just like that. No, I'm not okay with that. I know some people do that, Flopix. Some people do that where it's like, no, you can't. I know there's like settings. You could do like a $1 donation or whatever. You know, you could do that if you want to. But either way, I mentioned before, that's not, I don't want to have Pokemon in the ending. You know, eventually I want to change all of these little dudes for my Oris. I want to have my Oris there. And I think it's going to be so cool. But no, you can't set it up. You could set it, I could set it up as like a donation. I'm pretty sure it does come out as an option. It's like, oh, would you like to set it up as like a donation? And you would pay whatever money. You could also do the coins, you know, the coins that you guys get in the games. Actually, we haven't done the games in a while. Hold up. I'm going to put the game for you guys. Let's do BR. Boom. And it should work. Did it work? No. TTYD. I don't know what TTYD is. HTTYD. What is that? Wait. Yeah, I don't know. BR? Did it not activate? It should activate. Or did I mess up? How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, I haven't. No, I watched. Okay, it did work. It did work. It just took a bit. Now you guys will battle to the death. Yes, battle it out. There are other. I want to get like mini games. Like eventually, I want to hire somebody to make mini games for me. I think it'd be really cute. Yeah, I am. I was literally about to like wrap it up in a moment, Mr. Ghost. I usually do an hour. It's about an hour and 3 minutes right now. I'll probably wrap it up right after this battle. Jesus, who's gonna win? I have no clue. Whoa, Starry gets taken up by Flopix. Flopix takes me out. Oh, it's Vortex versus Flopix. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's gonna... Wait, what's gonna happen? It's down to... It's literally one hit left. It's one hit. Oh, Vortex wins the match. You get all the points. No, I'm joking. Like you do, you get, I think it gives you like 500 coins, which we don't use the coins for anything, but it's kind of neat. Congrats for the win. Yeah, see now it says you won 500 gold, which it doesn't really do anything. But I knew you can set it up for things. In the future, I'll set it up for some stuff. What is this? Wait, who did this? Did you do a battle? A boss battle? Wait, I don't remember putting a battle. No. Cancel. Cancel. Yeah, no. I was like, wait, I didn't put a battle. Yeah, I'm gonna put. Wait, did it not cancel? I'm pretty sure I put cancel. No, I didn't do it. Hold up. So I should be able to have the option to cancel it. Whatever. Either way, I was gonna wrap it up anyways. But either way, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Tomorrow we will do all the coloring. We'll color it. We'll do the lighting, all that stuff. We'll finish it up. Oh no, wait. I'm looking at this. Wait. I feel like there's something wrong here. Wait, when did I draw this line? I don't remember drawing this line. Whatever, I'll fix it later. The boss battles ended abruptly. The boss is so strong it can't be canceled. No, but either way, I'm going to wrap it up, guys, okay? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I seriously appreciate it. Thanks for all the likes, subscribing, sharing, all that awesome stuff that helps me out. Thank you so much, OG Mr. Ghost, Starry, Breakfast, Flopix, Oni Allen. Oh, I'm so sorry, Oni Allen. I didn't see that you popped in. You said hey, but like in the moment, oh, it was the end of the battle. I'm so sorry. Who else? I know there were more people in here. Warm Morka, you were also here. And I like to say goodbye to everybody. Mushi was also here in the beginning. Zbot was also here for a while. And the Great Atlas said hi and bye. That was kind of funny. And I think that's it. No? Am I missing anybody? I'm pretty sure I said Warm Worker, Flopix, Starry. Oh, Greninja. I'm so sorry, Greninja. I was like, I know there's more people in here. Greninja was here. Salty Pretzel. Yes. And Elliot. Elliot, thank you. And Squeaky Grenade. Obviously, when it gets to the point there's like too many people, then I won't be able to do this. But as long as there's not too many people, I'll still be able to do this. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. I like to say goodbye to everybody. I think it's fun. Makes me like feel like, okay, this is everybody. Goodbye. Hope to see you all very soon. See you next time. Goodbye.